back to my channel, Makeup and Magnolias. I'm so excited that you decided to stop by. And as always, if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified of any future uploads that I post. Okay, so what I have in store today is using my makeup favorites that I've been really liking and into lately. I haven't really done a lot of makeup since kind of quarantine and COVID hit. I think I can count maybe 6 or 7 times I've done makeup since about March, but these are my favorites that I have been using lately, and a lot of them are actually drugstore products. I like to find a good drugstore product just for the price, and I kind of live in a small town, so that's just easier for me to get. I mean, obviously I do love, the higher end products and products from Sephora and Ulta also, but just since I've kind of been at home, the drugstore makeup has been a little bit more available to me, or if I got bored and just wanted to run and look out at new makeup to have something to do, it was either at like a Walgreens, a Walmart, or something like that. So I guess without further ado, we'll roll into the video and I will just kind of show you what I've been using and liking lately. So I'm excited. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is just clip my hair out of the way with these little clips that you can get from like Sally's or Walmart. I got these at Sally's, but you can probably get them at other stores also. And just kind of move my hair out of the way. I'm always jealous of those girls that can have their hair down and pretty and done and do their makeup. I don't know why, but I just can't do it. I have to have mine up and out of the way. Okay, I think I scooted you in enough. If I scoot in anymore, it's gonna chop my head off and look really funny, but I'll kind of move in as needed. I'm still working on the setup to film really well and lighting and everything, so just bear with me. But the first thing that I'm gonna do is prime my face, and I've really been enjoying the ELF Poreless Primer Putty, and this is it. I have dry skin, and so sometimes I'm weary of primers because they just dry my skin out more, but this one, even though it doesn't really say it's for dry skin, it doesn't dry my face out. And I just go and put it on my fingertips and kind of tap it into my skin just to have that kind of tacky base and to fill in my pores. So I really like this product, and it's fairly cheap. I got mine at Walmart. I think you can also get it at Target, just anywhere that you can find the ELF brand, and it is really reasonable. This product I'm going to use, I've been really loving the Clinique Moisture Surge CC Cream, and it is a hydrating color corrector, and it has SPF 30, and this is what the container looks like. It's basically just like a tinted moisturizer with some color corrector in it, and I use the shade medium just for reference, and I really like it. I don't really like a heavy foundation or a true foundation for summer, especially when I have a tan on my face. I just don't feel like I need that heavy of coverage. So this is what I've been using lately, and I'm just going to put it on with a Real Techniques beauty blender that I found at Walgreens or Walmart, one of the two, and I just thought it was so cute. It has the tie-dye look to it, and I use the big end. And so what I do is I will put some on my finger, and I start right in here, and then I'm just going to dab it in using this beauty blender. And I'm going to try not to put this mirror in your guys' faces while I do it. It's just, I gotta use something to see what I'm doing a little closer. This is just going to even out your skin tone and just give you a little bit of coverage, but you will still, obviously be able to see any flaws or imperfections and things like that, which that's okay with me. We don't all have to be perfect. And what I like about it is I never have freckles, but for some reason in the summer when I get tan, little freckles show up right here on my nose, and you can still see those through this. So I just start with doing a really light layer of just kind of dots on my face, and then I'll go in and build it up as I go. And you want to make sure that you do bring it down your neck so you're not having two different colors. now what I like to do is just go in with another coat. I squirt it directly on my beauty blender, and then I'm going to dab it kind of in the areas that I feel like I need just a little more coverage. And for me, that's right here by my nose and in my cheeks, because I do have redness, I keep moving this right in front of my face, I'm sorry, from dryness, and I like to have a little bit more coverage on my under eyes. Then I just take the excess and I dab it in and bring it down my chin. Alright, so that's the finished product that I'll kind of lean in so you can see. Obviously, you can still see some dark circles and freckles and little imperfections, but it is just a color correcting cream, so that is alright. It did its job. It evened out my skin tone and it took down some of the redness, so I'm really happy with that. The next thing I like to do on my brows, and I just use a brush like this that has the brush on one end and then the spoolie on the other, and I use the Anastasia Dip Brow, and this is the shade dark brown, and I like a more natural eyebrow look. I don't really do anything but fill in and what I like to say call quaff them up. That's really all that I do with my brows. So I just dip the brush into the dip brow, and I just kind of fill in where I might have some sparse eyebrows, just to make them look more even and a little bit more defined. I don't cut them out or draw them on or anything. I just don't feel like that personally looks good on me. I see a lot of people that do it and it looks great on them, but I don't know. I just think I look weird with like overdrawn eyebrows. And easy, and I've had this dip brow for a long time. Maybe not quite a year, but at least 6 months. So it's not terribly expensive, but obviously it's going to be a little more expensive than like a drugstore brow product, but it will last you. Like I still have that much left, and I'm going on like month 6 or 7, or it might be even longer. Okay, so now that my brows are finished, that's all I do. Super easy peasy. I'm going to finish out with the complexion and go in with some concealer for my under eyes just to hide those dark circles that I have, and I'm going in with some Limelight. It's called Limelight now. The company changed its name, but I like to mix, I believe it's 00 and 03, and I just run my hand in it and I mix the two and I pat it into my under eye area and I drag it down, and I just do that with my finger just to conceal that. I'm going to dip back in just a bit on that, and I like to put a little bit on my lid just as a base for eyeshadow, and it's just going to brighten your under eye and hide some of that darkness that you may have not getting a good night's sleep. And I just prefer to go in with my finger. I mean, you can use the beauty blender if you want to, but just to kind of make sure it's good and blend it in, but I just use the finger. And I use my middle finger, so I'm sorry. I'm not like flipping you guys the bird or doing anything crazy like that. I don't really know why I use my middle finger, to be honest with you. I just do. So nothing's meant by it. It's just the finger that I use. Okay, so now we're concealed. I like to go in with the underneath my eye. I'm going to use this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit Light to Medium. And I'm going to take a brush and dip into this kind of bright yellow powder. I'm going to tap the excess off, and I'm just going to press it into that under eye area just to set that concealer and to brighten that under eye area a little bit. I used to bake and let it set and all that, but I don't know, you guys. Ever since quarantine hit and I just have been doing minimal makeup or not wearing makeup, I just don't really do all that anymore. I mean, I would if I was like going out somewhere special or something, but just for every day, I don't do all that anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and do an all over powder, and I have been loving the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is a matte and poreless powder, and it is for normal to oily, but I have dry skin, but I don't feel like this dries me out. I don't use a whole lot of it, and the color that I use is 235 Pure Beige, and this is what it looks like. It's just a pressed powder, and I take my big boy right here and dip it in, and then I just kind of press this all into my face, and I put it all over just to set that CC cream and to knock down a little bit of the shine. Okay. Now I'm going to use some bronzer just to bronze up the skin, and I love the Butter Bronzer, and this is just called Bronzer is the color of it, and it is by Physicians Formula. I grabbed this at Walmart, and oh my goodness, if you have not smelled the Butter Bronzer, it smells amazing, like summer. I can't even begin to explain it. It just smells divine. So I'm going to go in with this smaller brush. This is a Luxie 660. I'm going to tap into here, and I'm going to just bronze my face up, kind of in the areas that you would contour, but I'm just going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to hit it right up here. And then here. Just to give us that summer glow. That we all want and love. And I'm just going to hit the jawline just a little bit as if I was contouring. I'm going to go side of my nose. Take that same brush and dip into the Anastasia contour palette and go in with this medium brown, and I'm just gonna do like a light powder contour, just super light to add a little bit more dimension. Okay. Now I'm gonna move on to eyes. I'll wait for blush. Because I just feel like I like to go off the eyes and how heavy my eyes are to figure out how much blush I need. So I'm going to dip into this Milani palette. It's the Most Wanted palette in Rosy Revenge. And it's really pretty. I picked this up at Walgreens. And here's the colors. The first thing that I like to do is go in with a small brush like this and just a white color. This is a Lime Life. Just a single eyeshadow, and I forget the name of it, but it's just kind of like an off-white cream color. And I like to go underneath the brow bone with it, and it's a matte color. It's not a shimmer. If you want the shimmer up there, you can always add that in later with your highlighter. Okay, I'm gonna take a big floofy Morphe eyeshadow brush. This is the Morphe M504, and if you have not bought Morphe brushes before, I highly encourage you to. I really love Morphe brushes, and they're a really great price point. You can get them online at the Morphe website, Ulta. I'm not sure if Sephora sells it or not. You guys can let me know in the comments, but they're super affordable, and you know, once you need a new one, you can just dispose of it and get a new one because you're not out a whole bunch of money. So I'm going to dip into this lightest color in the Milani palette, which is that really pale pink, and I'm just going to work it in to the outer corner and throughout the whole crease area right here. We're just going to start building some color and some dimension. Okay, so that just gives you a nice base. It's just a really pretty light pink. Now I'm going to take a little smaller brush. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab, and this is JH33. And I'm going to tap into this next color that's kind of like a pretty lavender. And I'm going to work that into the outer corner and the crease as well, just to deepen that color up a little bit. I'm just going to tap in one more time and do those same motions. Okay, and we're going to move over to the other eye. Tap in one more time. I really like this Milani eyeshadow palette, and I don't remember exactly how much it cost, but it was not much at all. And I'm going to try to, if I can find these exact products online, to link them down below if you guys want to check those out for yourself to see the price point, or if you were wanting to try anything new. Okay, so that just deepened that up a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with this brush right here, and this is a Morphe. It doesn't have the number on it. It's purple. I'm not really sure where I got this one from. I mean, obviously it's Morphe, but it doesn't tell me the number or anything. So I'm gonna go in with this deepest color. Well, it's not the deepest, the next right here. The deepest non-shimmer color, and dip into it. And I don't want a really dark eye, so I'm just gonna work this into that very outer corner and just right in the crease, just to give a pop. Because I'm just kind of going for that minimal look that doesn't take as long and that isn't as dark. I just open my eyes like really wide, like a bug eye, and just work that right into the crease. Now, last but not least, I'm going to take my finger and go into this first lightest glitter shade, and look how pretty it is. And I'm going to tap that onto my lid. I probably just put that mirror right in front of my face, but I'll scoot in so you can see. I have little flat brushes for this also, but just in using this palette, I found it easier to use my finger. I feel like you can build on it easier that way, and it just goes on a lot easier. So there's that. Again, here I go using my middle finger. I just feel like I guess I get the best pressure. It's not too much, not too little. Sorry, I had an email pop up. Just put some shimmer in there. I'm just gonna build that up. Okay, now we're gonna jump, actually, I'm gonna go in with this little Morphe M431, and I'm gonna, sit on my leg, sorry, and it was going to sleep. I'm gonna dip into this shade and this darker one, and I'm just gonna run it along the bottom like for eyeliner, just to incorporate those colors, and so I don't have to do a dark true eyeliner. Now to eyeliner, I'm going to be going in. I have a basket right here of my stuff I pulled out to use. I actually just poured it in here from my makeup bag that I took with me on vacation. I transferred it from here to a basket beside me so it was easier to get to. But I'm going to go in with a Lime Life by Alcone eyeliner pencil. It's a really fine felt tip. In fact, I about need another one. So you guys tell me in the comments, what is your favorite black liquid liner that has a really fine felt into it? I'm going to try to not cover up my eye. And I feel like I do eyeliner really weird. So just bear with me. And I just want a really thin line. I don't want anything too crazy. I'm not going to try to wing it out. I just want it to basically just be there. I'm going to do the same with this eye. And I'm going to have this eye covered up. I just can't do it without covering this eye up. I'm sorry. So just bear with me. I'll probably fast forward that part a little bit. I don't know why I have such trouble doing liner on this other eye, but I do. I don't feel like I have the most steady hands, so a surgeon I would not ever be because my hand's not steady enough. Okay, there's the liquid liner. It's just black. And I did a fine line. Now for mascara, I found this and I just bought it on a whim. I think I saw it on a YouTuber's page, and I'm really glad that I grabbed it because I love it. This is the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara, and I bought it in the blackest black, and here's what the container looks like. And I love this mascara. I don't even really know that I will ever buy another mascara as long as L'Oreal keeps putting this out. And I picked it up at Walgreens, but I'm pretty sure Walmart has it too. And so it is L'Oreal, so it is priced really affordable. So let's go on with this. I'm going to start with my lower lashes. And I like it because it doesn't clump my lashes together, and it lengthens them, and it just gives me the look that I want to have. And I don't have to worry about putting falsies on with it. Now I do love a false lash moment, but like I said, trying to be minimalistic and just faster. I don't really wear falsies lately, but there's the bottom. Now let's go to the top. That's one coat on the bottom. Sometimes I'll come back and I'll do two, just depending on how dramatic I want my eyelashes to look that day and what all I have going on. Again, I'm probably making some really weird faces at you right now, and I apologize. And I just hit my eye because it's not really putting on mascara unless you get it somewhere, right? And also this formula I don't feel like is overly wet, so you don't really make a mess. There's one coat at the top you can see versus this other eye. It just makes them pop and longer and thicker. And then I'll go back in and do another coat. Okay, so that's one coat on both eyes. Now I'm just going to dip back in, and I'm going to go over my lashes just for a second coat, just to build a little bit. And not very much. Okay. So there is a mascara. I really love it. As you can tell, it's just really made my eyes pop, and it's lengthened my eyelashes a lot. Now for some color on the cheeks, some rouge, some blush. I'm going to go in with my favorite blush brush. It is a Morphe E4 and it's slanted, and I really like it. And I'm going to take the L'Oreal Paris Blush Please Shimmering Blush in the shade Blushin' in Saint Tropez. And this kind of has like a NARS feeling to me because it has the gold, cute, right? I know. Anyways, it has like the gold reflect in it that NARS does. It's just super pretty. So I'm going to dip in and brush off, and we're going to blush it up. And I always smile at myself because I feel like I can get my cheeks better that way. And from watching YouTube, I used to just kind of go like this, but they say if you'll just go up, you're elongating that. So whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I do it. I took it as religion because some YouTube makeup guru said it. So yeah. And sometimes I'm not really into a shimmer blush, but for summer and when you have your tan going on, I really am feeling it. It's just such a pretty color. I'm going to dip back in for the other side. And and I've really been enjoying it. Color. I really love this. And again, it's L'Oreal, so it is affordable, and I will try to link it down below. So now I'm going to go in with some Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I've had this, I know, for over a year. I got it a while back, I think in an Ipsy box, and I just really loved it, and I've been using it ever since I got it. I feel like it's a perfect color for me. So I like it. It's kind of a goldy color. I'll swatch it on my finger so you can see on the top of my hand. It's super pretty. So I just go in with a Morphe R36, and I'm gonna hit the top of that cheekbone right here, and just give me a little highlighter moment. And then I'm gonna go in just a little bit right here. And the same thing on this side. Hit the top of the cheekbone. And just dab a little right here. And I'm going to go down the nose a little. And just anywhere I'm wanting to kind of pull some light. It's so pretty, look. I mean, at least I think so. I like it. And I just realized that I forgot to do something with my eyeballs. I like to go in with the Tarte Fake Awake, and it's like a whitish pink eyeliner, and I go in with that on my waterline because I feel like it makes a difference in getting some of that pink out to make me look awake and like I got my full 8 to 9 hours of sleep, even if I didn't. You guys can kind of tell me if you tell a difference. Do I look more awake on this side? Do I look more woke? Do the same thing with this side. It kind of makes my eyes water just a little bit. It's not the product, it's just touching my, okay. I think it just makes me look a little more awake. Yeah. Now for lips, I've really been loving the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Lipstick, and I have the color Loyalist. And then I picked up another color the other day that I really like called Self-Starter. So I'll swatch both of those for you really quick. This is Self-Starter. It has the little cute doe foot applicator, and I like to get a lot of the excess off because a lot kind of comes on. That's Self-Starter. And then this really light pink neutral is called Loyalist. And that's Loyalist. They're both just super pretty colors that I really love. Today I'm going to go in with the lighter color, the Loyalist. And I'm going to swipe off a lot of the excess. And this is a liquid matte lipstick. A lot of product comes out, so I just kind of use my finger to get it started. And I overline just a little bit just because my lips are thinner. And I like them to appear just a little bit thicker than they are. So that is the Loyalist, and I'm going to let that dry for just a little bit. Dry down, and then I'm gonna put a gloss over it since it's summer and we're about all things glossy and glittery. I'll show you the glosses while that's dry. Lifter gloss, and this is what they look like, and they are a hydrating lip gloss because they do have hyaluronic acid, and I bought the shades Ice and Reef, so I'll show you both of these. And they have a really big applicator. This is Reef. Right here. And then Ice. It's just pretty much kind of like a clear, it has like a little hint of pink to it. I'm going to top my lips with Reef today just to give it a little bit more color. So there it is, topped with Reef. I really like these lip glosses because they're not over tacky. They're just tacky enough to where they get the job done, but when you're talking or doing that or whatever you're doing, you don't feel like your lips are sticking together. Okay, so let's take our hair down out of these crazy clips and kind of look at the finished product. So that is the finished look. Let me make sure I don't have anything crazy going on. Okay, so this is just the products in the daily routine that I've been doing lately. I'll kind of come in so you can see. And the eyes. I'll get you a real up close and personal lips. So I really enjoy this look and the makeup that I showed you guys, and I hope that you do too. I'm going to try to find everything that I showed you guys and link it down below in case you're interested in purchasing those items, or you know, just checking it out for the price point and just kind of looking more into the things that I showed. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe so you can be notified of any future uploads. And I will see you guys soon with a PM skincare routine. So I did AM skincare routine, my normal makeup routine as of late, and then I'll have my PM skincare routine. So you guys take care, and I hope to see you next time.